What is up, guys, and welcome back into the Rams house. Thank you so much for stopping back into another brand new Rams house video, and today I'm going to be ranking the NFC West teams. Yeah, it could be a little bit early, but I just want to get into this because this is a very intriguing topic, and I want to hear your thoughts too down below, because this could go to any of the four teams, honestly, but I'm going to be ranking them. I know that if you're new here and you're not a Rams fan, I'm going to be putting my Rams bias aside. Yes, I have all this stuff behind me. Yes, I'm a Rams channel, but I'm really going to be putting it all aside and just analyzing each team and ranking them. So let's get into the video here. So at number 4, I'm going to put the Arizona Cardinals. And now I put them here not because of the talent that they have, but because of the coaching. Yes, the Arizona Cardinals really should have been a lot better than they were last year, and really should be good this year too. But my big question in here is, how good is this coaching? Because you have no excuses now. You really didn't have too many last year, but you are getting some healthy guys back. You're getting some guys back here. You got J.J. Watt, obviously. You improved that defense by getting Xavier Collins at linebacker, and your offense, you added a veteran in A.J. Green. Your offense is pretty stacked, like Kyler Murray, James Conner at running back, and then you have DeAndre Hopkins. You have, who's that guy's name? Christian Kirk, and then you have AJ Green, and you have all these different weapons. And with Kyler Murray being as dynamic as he is, and then having all the pieces that he's got around him, that is just going to, on paper, that looks like an amazing team. And then your defense, you have it all improved here. Yeah, you have some questions at cornerback in the secondary just a bit, but overall, I think that defense is going to be very strong too, especially around that pass rush and getting some guys back there. I think that defense could be good. My big question that I want to see answered this year, and I'm sure a lot of you guys want to see, is like, how good is this coaching? Because this team really should have been better than missing the playoffs last year. I really truly believe that. And the fact of the matter is, for me, I just feel like that coaching just needs to get a bit better, and adding those pieces could help it too, and having those veterans to kind of pitch in and do the work that you need, and having some guys back is really going to help you guys, because I know that you lost some vital guys last year. But no disrespect to you guys, this division's hard. Just because you're the last one does not mean you'll miss the playoffs, and does not mean you'll have a bad record. It's just how competitive this division is. And then at number 3, I got Seattle there, because my main opinion on the Seattle Seahawks is that the main reason that they are good every single year is because of Russell Wilson. You have Jamal Adams, yes, you have him on the defense. That is like the captain of that defense. He is just a huge rival against the Rams too. He doesn't like him. There's bad blood between them, and he's a very physical player. Maybe he's got to get better at some of those covering things and some of those skills of the covering, I guess. But overall, you're getting an amazing player out of him. He's great at those sacks, and he's gonna put in the work every play, and he's a big difference maker on that defense. But then you lost some cornerbacks, or correct me if I'm wrong, Seattle fans, if you lost one or two, but you lost them, and then there's some pieces that you were able to get back, like Carlos Dunlap, and that pass rush still can be scary, and I know that it can, but I don't see them being a huge threat this year. But they always put in their best work, and I know from being a Rams fan that I'm always worried every snap about that pass rush, but it's not really like an X factor one. But I feel like Russell Wilson is really somebody who holds that team together. Sure, you got DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, those guys are studs, and then you got, I don't remember if it was Chris Carson. I think Chris Carson did return to the team. But overall, you have a dynamic offense, but the main threat is Russell Wilson. And let's just be honest here, guys. If he left, I think that the Seattle Seahawks really would have dropped off, because he's the guy that's keeping them together, and he is like the best Seahawks player in history. That's arguable, that's debatable, everything, but he brings something to that team that is amazing, as vital and very unique in keeping them together. I don't see too many ways that the Seahawks improved this year overall, but they still did have a solid offseason. But I just feel like it's not bad coaching or anything, but I feel like Wilson keeps them together. They need to get some other parts addressed, and that could be true for any of these teams, but that's why I ranked them at number 3. Number 2, this is going to be tough, man, because you got my Rams, who, again, I'm not being biased. I'm looking overall at the team and the additions, and then you got the 49ers. And the 49ers I have mad respect for them, man. Like, I know that Jared Goff was not the best quarterback, but they beat us twice last year, and Shanahan has something against McVay that he just seems to continue to rack up those wins. We need to get him soon, but there's just something about that team that just continues to fight on, and with all those injuries that they had, both times, you can even go back and look at my prediction videos, both times I thought the Rams were going to win, and both times they lost. And yes, it was by small margins, and I do think that having a new quarterback is going to make huge differences in those games, but you also have to take into account that there is all these players coming back, like it was almost their whole roster that was on injured reserve, and they got a very, very, very talented coaching staff. I know that they did leave Robert Saleh. He was definitely instrumental in that defense for sure, but still, they continue to fight on to win no matter what their record is, no matter where people are putting them, and no matter what the circumstances are. There's just something about them, and I have mad respect for them. I can't stand the 49ers for sure, but I have respect for them, and they really earned that respect last year. So it's very hard for me to judge where they're going to go. Is it going to be in first, or is it going to be in that second spot? Because the Rams, not Rams bias, I think are going to be very good this year with that addition of Stafford and some speed guys. We'll get into that soon. But it's very debatable where these 49ers could go, because we don't know if Trey Lance is starting or Jimmy Garoppolo, or how good Lance will be. And personally, I think Lance is going to be very good, but we will have to see how good he is and the way he fits. I think he's going to be a great fit, but let's just see how much time it takes. And there's just a lot of questions about when that's going to start. So if anything, like, I have mad respect for these 49ers. I think they definitely can take that number one spot, but I want to see more. I want to see more proven out of that offense, because they got some guys on there that are weapons as well and continue to attack us. So I just want to see how that all kind of gels together as the season starts. I say if Jimmy Garoppolo is the starter for the whole year and they have Lance behind him, then I say that the Rams take number one. But it's really that really, I'm just confused, and I have to see how this whole 49ers plays with the loss of that defensive coordinator and then the gain of Trey Lance and all these other moves that they made in the offseason. So I'm definitely high on the 49ers. They got my respect, like I said. Not sure where to put them, but at this uncertain point, I'm going to go with the team I know the best, and with the team I think had one of the most underrated trades of this offseason, and that was getting into number one here, Matthew Stafford to the Rams. And Matthew Stafford is going to be a difference maker. McVay was able to handpick his quarterback. I've talked about this a lot, but he had to inherit Jared Goff. He's able to handpick his quarterback that he wanted. Super underrated guy. If you want to check out my MVP Matthew Stafford video, you can go check that out. But a lot of people were overlooking what he was doing. He was doing things like Rodgers. He was doing things like Mahomes. But it was the fact that he was on that Lions team that he was not getting the respect he deserved, and they were losing because the defense, because no run game. Now you got that like really good coaching staff there from the Rams, especially Sean McVay. He's going to bring a whole different culture for Matthew Stafford. You got a great defense, and then you have an amazing offense with dynamic weapons back and forth. This playbook is going to be crazy to watch on offense with all these different types of receivers that we got, and then Cam Akers an emerging star with Darrell Henderson, who I really like too. And then you got some Pro Bowlers and Hall of Famers potentially with Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and then some other guys on that defense that just really takes it to the next level. It's going to be close, I say, between the Rams and 49ers. And then, again, that doesn't mean Seahawks will have a horrible record or an abysmal record, or the Cardinals, same for you guys. It's just this division is so well. So I want to hear what you think down below. Again, no Rams bias. I really think the 49ers could take this thing. They have so many great pieces, but I just want to see more about them and get familiar with them and this offense. And I think Lance could be a great fit. So let me know what you think down below. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Please make sure to subscribe if you like Rams content. And as always, horns up, God bless. You guys are the best, and have an amazing day.